spoil it. The Cardinals hosted you guys for like the last couple of weeks of the season. That's why you're here to talk about it. But when you first heard the news about having to leave the county, having to leave the state, what were your first thoughts?
Yeah, so fun story about this. I was actually out and about. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was getting groceries when I got a text from my BFF Alan at the Vikings, who said, "Your team is moving?" ? And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he sent me a link to a tweet that said that our county was banning outdoor sports. And so that's how I found out, which was really interesting. And yeah, it kind of just snowballed from there. Then the internal dialogue started. I know our team, also found out kind of similarly through kind of, well, that's where we get all our news these days anyway, is Twitter. So that's that. So then conversations started to happen very quickly over the weekend of what the alternate plans would be. And then it just really, took steam from there. But yeah, that's how I found out. Thanks for Alan for always keeping me honest and sending me information and, when I'm not looking at Twitter and getting groceries.
Right. And it wouldn't be 2021 or I guess 2020 if we weren't finding out news about your team or us on social media through somebody else.
Exactly.
So that's how it goes. Take me to the challenges of getting adjusted to Arizona. And we'll first go there and then we'll ask about the technological solutions. So just working in a new space that you haven't in a while. Spoiler, you worked for the Cardinals, but we'll get into that more. But having to adjust to a space that you haven't worked in a while, and also just living arrangements and having to just go through life in a different state that you haven't been in a while.
Yeah, so the challenge was really we just knew we needed to pick up and we needed to relocate and we needed to figure out how we would make State Farm Stadium feel like Levi Stadium. How can we make it look and feel that way on broadcast? We found out on Saturday through Twitter, and then literally, the plans to formalize to go to State Farm Stadium came in. I want to say maybe late Sunday night or Monday. And then we were the following Monday Night Football game. So we had to turn around really quickly. But, that was, and then on the same part about that, one of the challenges was just the responsibility of how we would get out there very safely and make sure that not only we would be protected, but, the Cardinals had a home game the Sunday prior to the Monday night game. So we wanted to make sure that we were following all these processes and protocols. So Aaron Kennedy, and I drove separately, but we both drove 11 hours from San Jose to Phoenix to make, and a lot of that was a conversation that we had with Mike Connor and Tim Beach and the team of just saying, how do we make sure that everyone feels safe and we're traveling in the safest way possible? We also had to bring a bunch of gear with us too, out there. So that was just the most immediate, challenge that we had of just trying to make Levi Stadium make State Farm Stadium look and feel like Levi's.
Right. It's funny. I bring it back to that Monday Night Football game. I was watching it, saw the stadium was red. I was like, okay, Levi. I'm like, wait a minute. They're in Arizona. And that's when I emailed you. I was like, I totally forgot that you're in Arizona now. And it's absolutely crazy. So those solutions to those problems, what were some of the gear? What was the gear that you brought from the 49ers facility to kind of make it feel like at least you had a piece of home with you in Arizona?
Yeah, so a lot of that was, we just needed to get our sounds over there. Audio standpoint, we needed to make sure we brought our signature sounds. So we brought a lot of our DJ gear with us. We had to also coordinate getting, some different positions like our PA announcer. We wanted to travel in for that from that sound standpoint, as well as the DJ gear and getting a DJ into the building. And then also, on top of that, what's really great about Arizona and State Farm is they host a lot of big events, and we know, luckily I do know what gear they have and, a lot of great, folks over there. So, along with Mike Connor, who actually hired me in, over in Arizona, and we both opened that stadium, feels like forever, but it was 15 years ago that we opened up that stadium. And, other folks who work over there too, great to be around, them, but we knew they had Ross Expression. We have Ross Expression. We were able to find solutions through Expression Dashboard. Show flow scripting was huge for us because we were able to share our scripts online with them. They were able to quickly go in and see what we had already and how we could translate it. And then, of course, Daktronics, they're a Daktronics house as well. So it was very simple in terms of content creation and being very familiar with the solutions that State Farm Stadium has in place.
Okay, in terms of just, we mentioned it, but yes, you worked for the Cardinals. I guess take me through if there was ever a snafu and it was a random quick fix because you knew the lay of the land so well. How much did your experience play an important role in that? You know, you never thought you'd be in Arizona, period, when you were working in San Francisco because you'd think you would be playing all your home games in Levi's. So how did the experience play a role?
Yeah, it was really great. You know, I was able to actually help our team with a lot of just building knowledge, knowing, you know, we had to get tarps. Our marketing team had to get all the tarps with our partners made for State Farm. And I was able to kind of talk through a lot of those different spaces, what the venue looks like, where access points are, you know, all of those types of things. So, you know, just knowing that. And then again, you know, to your point, I worked there for 8 seasons. So I had I know the crew, I know the building. The staff is just, you know, tremendous over there. I can't say enough great things about, you know, the crew over there. But, you know, I know the operations team, you know, at State Farm Stadium. It's great to get on calls with them just from an operations standpoint to talk through, you know, how things were going. But also, kind of spoiler alert, my sister works over there. She's a permalancer. She's been there for 10 years. So she's the other half of my brain. And, you know, it's really great when you have someone who knows you like that. Jade Roeder, who also works on expression over there for the Cardinals as a permalancer, you know, she helps us and freelances and helping to program a lot of our expression here as well. So 2 people who are very familiar with our show that we have in San Francisco and being able to have kind of that direct connection. And again, somebody who can just kind of mind read and know what you're looking for and know what you need. It was just instrumental.